What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rad Up All Night. Little live stream action tonight. Something really quick. I figured I needed to get on here and do this. It's been way too long. I don't like taking such a big hiatus from doing any kind of lives on the channel. So the last one we did was last Friday, I believe, right? With the dude. Was that Friday? Yeah, I think so. I think that was the last one I did live. I'm pretty sure. Again, all the days are kind of mixing and matching for me, but yeah, I wanted to come on here because Tuesdays are a good night for me to do this, even though I'm exhausted. But tomorrow is a little bit more of like a free day for me, so definitely wanted to come in here and chat with you guys. I haven't had a chance to check out the trailers for the new Pet Cemetery or Thanksgiving yet, and I figured I could do that here and then just kind of go through a lot of the stuff that I've picked up recently because it's starting to add up over here. So I wanted to kind of be able to go through that with you guys and see if there's anything that you want to pick up that you picked up or maybe I haven't grabbed yet. So I've got a huge stack over here of stuff over the last couple weeks. So let me see who is in the house. I started a little bit late because I know Dead Pit was on and I wanted to just give them time to kind of finish what they needed to get done, but they didn't seem like they were ending anytime soon. So I had to get on here and just do it now, but that's why I was a little bit late. So I will see who's in the house. We do have quite a bit of people popping in right now. Let me see. Vanderhoff, what's up, dude? He's going to have to catch it tomorrow. He's going to get up work. He's going to get up early for work. I hear you, man. I was up really early today, so I feel you. Hall & Oates, what is up, man? Johnny Darko, what's going on, dude? Gus, what's up, man? Let me see. I got Dead City in yesterday. I was watching earlier. I just finished. I don't even know what that is. I don't know that. What's up, Punisher Batman fan? Ken Carlson, UK Steelbook of the Exorcist 4K ship. It did. That's awesome, man, because I got that big Bible set and I got an email saying it was being pushed back. And it's kind of a bummer because I have a video that I'm going to be putting out about the history of Exorcist on physical media. And I would like to have that edition available to me when I do this. So I don't know. I might have to just skip it and wait for that edition or just do it without that edition in there. Maybe I'll put a picture or something like that. So I don't know. Hey, NK, what's going on? Gory Tiger, what's going on? James Jameson, what's up, man? How was the convention? Honestly, like, you know, for someone who does these conventions pretty often, I wasn't really super, thrilled about it. I mean, it was fine for what it was. It was nothing bad happened. I mean, it's still, the idea is cool. It was still very small. I went the first year and it really didn't change that much this year. Maybe they had a little bit more guests, but like the vendor section was really small. I could have used some more vendors. You know what's funny about conventions? There's barely any physical media vendors at all. There isn't. There wasn't even any at this at all. Like sometimes you'll get a couple, Vinegar Syndrome or Severin, or maybe somebody will have a booth that'll have a lot of boutique stuff. There was no physical media here, so that that was kind of a bummer. I mean, there was no big T-shirt companies or anything like that either. So that's kind of a bummer too. But again, I had to work in the morning, so I got there a little bit later than I had planned. So I was supposed to meet up with like Dave Durant and Mizzy and Joe, and I just ended up missing them because they kind of bounced right when I was getting there. So I kind of missed them because I got there a little bit later than I was supposed to. But I walked around, did a couple laps, saw my friend Chris, hung out with him, chatted about some stuff. I got some scoops from a couple people there that are in the know about some things. So that was fun. And then I saw Sean Clark and he was at a table. So he's like, "Oh, come over and hang out with me at the table." So I did that for a little bit. Me, him, and Chris talked about some stuff. And again, I got some scoops as well, which is pretty cool, to hang out with Sean. I didn't know he was going to be there, to be honest. So, I mean, I didn't buy anything. I literally paid to get in the door I got a free one sheet of Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Um, and then I chatted with Chris and Sean Clark. Like, that's all I did, and then I left. So, I mean, I really didn't do much there. I didn't get any autographs. Tom Atkins was one that I was like, you know what? He's getting old. I'll probably get him. Remember, I was talking about the piece of wood that Dave made me. Well, he canceled. So, that wasn't going to happen. And there was just nothing there that I needed. There was no merch or anything that I wanted. And as far as the celebrities and stuff that were there was everybody that was there I pretty much had met. But I'm going to tell you a funny tidbit about this is that um, the YouTube channel Dead Meat, they pretty much are like the top dogs when it comes to horror and physical media. They've made this a career. They're like talking heads now on a bunch of documentaries. They're advertised on Shudder. I mean, like they've really made this work. I don't know much about their backstory, like how they got started, when I don't know a lot about that. But they were there. And I thought to myself when I was there, I was like, maybe I'll walk up to them, at least introduce myself to them and say hi and whatnot. Just, because again, we're in a very similar type environment on YouTube. And I would just have been curious to kind of find out a little bit more about them. And I thought for sure I was just going to walk up, shake their hand, say what's up, tell them who I was, and, just introduce myself. Well, what's nuts, man? And I think about this and I'm like, is this what the world's coming to? Which is not necessarily a bad thing to an extent. I mean, when you're in a situation like having a YouTube channel and having a YouTube show and whatnot, but man, their line was like the biggest line in the whole room. So I did not go up to them or talk to them or anything like that because their line wrapped around the whole damn room. And again, I guess it just kind of shows where specific generations' eyeballs are at. Because you had a room full of celebrities like, Tony Todd, Alex Vincent, trying to think who else was in that room. There was a lot of people from Halloween and who was there? There was a Jason there. One of the Jasons was there. I forget. But you had all these people from there was the Terrifier crew was there. And honestly, like I could have walked up to anyone. Bill, what's his name? Kaiser was there. Weekend at Bernie's. And I could have walked up to any one of those tables and basically talked to these people and maybe had one or two people in front of me. But that Dead Meat crew, those two, the husband and wife, James and I forget what his wife's name is. But yeah, man, their line went around the whole place. I was like in shock. And I'm thinking to myself, what the? Because I mean, I'm familiar with them, but I'm not really familiar with a lot of their stuff. Like I know they do Kill Count. I know they have a podcast. I know that they're doing really big things in this kind of space. But for them to have the largest line at the convention, and now again, there was two rooms. There was that room. Then there was a main room that had like Spencer from Ice Nine Kills, Chris Jericho. Like that room was really busy. That room had big lines because it was like 3 or 4 like top tier guests. And then there was another ballroom that had all of the other guests there. But still, that whole ballroom, I mean, the main room had like 3 or 4 guests. And then the ballroom had about 20 guests and maybe 25. And the couple from Dead Meat had the longest line. I was just shocked. I thought I was just going to be able to walk up to the table and say what's up. Like I didn't think they were going to have many people at all. That's just how oblivious I am to how the world is now. But it was just it was very interesting to kind of see, what's going on in this space now because it was just wild to me. But all in all, I mean, I think it's a cool convention. I think it's got legs. It's awesome that Ice Nine Kills is running it because they do like a concert at night. I didn't stay for the concert, but it's cool. But for me, someone who's been at conventions since 2007, 2006, it was I didn't do anything. I paid to walk in and talk to Sean. I mean that was really it. But in hindsight, I am going to a convention this weekend called TerraCon, which there is a lot of things I'm interested in doing there. So the fact that I was able to save money on the back end from not spending it at Scream, Silver Scream, will be good because then I can spend it at Terracon and not feel so bad. So again, the long answer to an easy question, but I haven't get to talk about the convention yet because I haven't been able to do this. Hey, what's up, Mel? Mel, Rad Pack, My Kilo Podcast. What'd you say? That countdown music is fire. Oh, you like that? Nice. What's up, Brian Goes Blue? Oh, hell yeah. I got the Ghoulies blanket. You got the Ghoulies blanket? That thing's sick. I mean, who would have thought in 2023 or ever that you'd go to a store and be able to buy a Ghoulies blanket? That's wild. So if you guys haven't seen it, I posted it on my Instagram, and it's actually, you know what? I think I did see Brian's. He was standing, he's so tall, he was standing with it. And I think I did see it and said to myself, actually, you know what? I think I might have seen your picture before I bought it because I remember looking at it and being like, wow, that's a big blanket because Brian is pretty damn tall. And then that day, I think I went to Spirit and saw it. And I actually went to Spirit that was near the convention. So it wasn't even one that's local to me. It was kind of an hour away or whatever. But I did pick it up. I like it. I like it. Camp Flashback. What's up? How are you? I was notified that Arrow Films my Ringu 4K ship. Nice, man. You know what's funny? I don't know if anybody else feels this way. I'm probably just very unorganized, but I feel like I know I order stuff and I just feel like I don't know. I forget where I order it from. So I'm like searching sites. I'm like, it wasn't there, wasn't there, wasn't there. And then all of a sudden it just shows up and I'm like, thank God I didn't rebuy it because there's a lot of times I get confused. Like there's something in this stack right here that I just got that I'm like, I know I ordered this, but everybody else got theirs like a month ago. Mine finally came rolling through. So super interesting. Sometimes I get nervous. Like right now, I'm like, one title I'm waiting for is May. I'm like, I know I ordered May, but I don't remember where the heck I ordered it from. And if I did, why don't I have it yet? Because everybody else has seemed to have it. So again, I was like very close to reordering it, but I'm trying to dig and be like, where would I have bought it from? Usually it's only Orbit or Diabolic, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. But I almost swear I ordered this thing. So I don't know. It's just so much stuff going on. I forget. And like my It Follows, I did get a shipping notification from Diabolic that's on its way, but I don't have it yet. What's up, Witch Hunter? Jim Powers. Oh man, I'm gonna stay awake as much as I can here. Brent, what's up, man? What is going on? Let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to scroll through here because I'm way behind now. What's up, Antonis? Nick, what's going on? What's up, man? Magic Hands, what's up? Back for Blood, how are you? Lost Boy Rob Romano, what's up? He said, I love Dead Nation. They reviewed the Lost. Actually, you know what's funny is I agree. I did. That was like one of the first videos I watched because like I'm not really into the kill count thing. I know that's like their main thing, like their main what they're known for is like that kill count. That's just not really my style of like a video to watch. Like I've seen these movies so many times, I don't need to reiterate the kills. Like I just don't. But I will listen to their long form discussions on specific movies. I think they have a really cool setup in their basement there or wherever that studio is. It's really nice. And I did watch the full one about the Lost Boys, and I was actually really shocked and taken back. I'm like, wow, they didn't really care much for the Lost Boys, which is a very odd take because I feel like Lost Boys, as much as people may not talk about it so much, like me or Mel or anybody, and like walk around wearing Lost Boys gear and having all these posters and stuff. Maybe people aren't to that extent, but I really do find it very odd that people that know the movie actually are like, oh yeah, I don't like the Lost Boys. That's what I found interesting about it, is that they didn't really seem to care for it. But then at the end, they kind of were like, oh, it's rewatchable. Like we kind of like it, but they didn't really do a lot of praising for it during the review, which I was pretty shocked with, to be honest. I was shocked. I was a little sad. Let's see. Camp Flashback. Yeah, they're huge. They were ridiculously popular on Monsterpalooza. It was nuts. I agree. I had zero idea that it was going to be like that. Zero idea. Did I see the Nun 2? No, and I probably will never see the Nun 2, sadly. I hated the first Nun. I hated it. And I really don't have any want to see Nun 2. I mean, I don't even see myself buying it. Um I don't know. I mean, I don't think I don't even think I have the Nun on Blu-ray or anything like that. So I know it made a lot of money, which is good for the horror genre, but all the reviews I've seen is kind of said it's just the same old shit over and over again. So nobody I saw really gave it like a glowing review. But again, I only really watched about 3 review videos on it, just out of curiosity. But all 3 of them said the same thing. They said it was better than the first one, but it's basically like they feel like the Conjuring universe is just recycled. Like they could pretty much, it's almost like they went into an AI and said, give me a Nun movie, and they wrote it out and they said, okay, that's the movie. And I'm just not really interested in that kind of movie anymore. Very too standard. What's up, Dave? Also, Brain Scan posted. I watched it for the first time recently. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, man. Brain Scan's one of those movies that I watched it when it came out, not in theaters, but on VHS, and I liked it. For the time, I felt like I was very similar to Edward Furlong at the time, like the way I dressed, the music I was listening to. And then I kind of like didn't really watch it. My friend Mike was a big fan of it as well. He loved Trickster. Then I remember watching it again when it came out on DVD and being like, this is cool. And then I watched it again when it came out on Blu-ray. And then I think I watched it again and I was like, you know what? The more I watch this, the more I love this. And then I just started watching it more and more. And I just feel like it's a really, really, really good movie that I wish we were going to get sequels for. And there's also some deleted scenes where like Trickster, morphs into this like weird mutant looking thing. And the effects were insane, like wicked 80s effects, practical. And I look at that and I'm like, man, if they would have added this in, I think they said it, they thought it looked silly. I thought it looked rad as hell. And I'm like, this is the ending we should have had. And I just think like that would have been an ending that everybody would have remembered because it was just so wild. It almost like seemed like some kind of body horror, like society type shit. And Brian Usna type stuff. I mean, I would have went nuts for that. And I just feel like they kind of missed an opportunity to make like an epic, unforgettable scene. But Brain Scan's freaking tastic. What's up, Tiana? Oh, you know what else you ordered? I don't want to mention it. Oh gosh, not sure what that is. Yeah, I have a couple from my Monster Squad. I bought like that, like a Halloween that looks like a VHS. I have that one. I think the Ghoulies is bigger though. It might not be. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I did check those. I just saw those. I'm not interested in those. But yeah, I love Fright Rags, but it's like anything else. It's very expensive now. I mean, that's a good quote, man. I mean, come on now. So Arrow is not planning on releasing Child's Play. I mean, that to me is kind of a blessing now because I just bought all the other ones. Also, Austin Taylor is the first person that really liked the Nun too. At least that I've heard. I know Christian from Planet CHH said he was going to see it the other day, but he didn't say what he liked about it. Brian saw it. It was a pretty good amount of fun, actually. Yeah, see, I mean, I don't know. It's just not my style. People seem to be like it. Yeah, he's excited for Nun too. I mean, I freaking hated Nun 1. So to me, I have no excitement to watch this. Cool, man. Oh no. Zach Harris thinks the Lost Boy is overrated, but he didn't grow up. I mean, probably because if you have no conception of like the fashion and stuff like that, maybe it just doesn't resonate with you. But it was big. What's up, Chrissy? Oh, slash the like for the Rad King. I'll take Rad King, man. Yeah, slash the like, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Do it up. Do it up. Yeah, that's kind of the general consensus that I'm seeing is they just said better than the first. It's got some good visuals, but all in all, it was just the same old shit again and again. What's up, Justin? Guys, what's up, everybody? Man, like, wow, there's like over 75 people in here right now. So, man, I would love you to hit that like button, share this up. If you guys aren't subscribed, please sub to the channel. The subs have been going really well. Again, I gave myself a real hefty goal for the year that when I gave it to myself, I said, why would I do that? But it's attainable, guys. You keep liking, you keep sharing, you keep telling friends to come hang out on a live or come check out one of the shows I do with the Rad Pack or Dead Pit or anything like that. And yeah, we can get there, guys. And I still have Room Tour 2 to put out to finish the year off to kind of hopefully hit that goal. But I'm kind of waiting to kind of hit it at the last second. But yeah, we got tons of good stuff coming. Like tomorrow, I'm going to finally, I promise, release Anchor Bay Archives episode 2. I know that's coming. I also have an idea for a new series. But again, I have all these series that I'm like, that I need to go back to, right? They're like episode, for instance, Rad Memories is one that I haven't done an episode for in a while. I would love to. I've got a whole book of like Rad Memories episode. Like I already have concepts. It's just I got to get in front of the camera and record it. The problem is I just hate editing. So I mean, I would do Rad Memories tomorrow live, right? Like that's different. But I don't know. I just don't know if people only like lives or I like to try to mix it up. So I have Rad Memories I got to do. Rad Company's coming back. I'm going to bring Rad Company back in November. I'm going to push it because October is going to be too crazy. Dead Pit's got a lot of stuff they want to collab with in October. The Rad Pack's going to try to smash out 2 episodes in October. So there's a lot going on in October. I also have an interview that I'm going to be doing over on another channel in October as well. So yeah, October is already looking pretty hefty. So I'm going to push Rad Company back to November. And that's where I'm going to have other content creators on here that I watch and that I think you guys should pay a little more attention to. So that's going to come back around November. But another series I was thinking about, just because I'm looking around, and I'm like, what haven't I talked about? It's almost like I haven't thought of like a name or anything but taking a movie, right? So let's say I say The Lost Boys and I do a video, my top 5 favorite Lost Boys pieces in my collection. Then maybe doing a different movie. So maybe you guys can recommend another movie, right? Nightmare on Elm Street, my top 5 favorite Nightmare on Elm Street pieces in my collection. Now it could be anything Nightmare on Elm Street related, right? And I have a lot of little like toys or props or figures or this, like I can always put these in of things that maybe I haven't even got to showcase on the channel at all. But I was thinking about maybe kind of getting a series like that where I'll show like 5 pieces dedicated to one specific movie that I have in my collection, like my top 5 favorite child's play things. And I could show the Chucky dolls and all this other stuff. But it's a concept because I want to get a little bit more into my collection outside of just physical media like movies and stuff, because I feel like when I do videos on collectibles, like they do really well. Like it seems like there's a lot of people out there that like to see that kind of stuff too, like figures, horror collectibles, props, like stuff like that. So I'm thinking about trying to start sneaking some of those in every once in a while. Just let me know in the chat if you guys think that's a good idea. And, knowing me, I always try to come up with some kind of like snazzy name for it. So if anybody's got anything cool, brewing in their head, feel free to write it down here. But I always like to use the word rad or something in there somewhere. But again, it's an idea. It's a concept. And again, it wouldn't be hard to do. Again, it just has to be editing again. So just let me know. I just talked about it. I mean, I'm excited for both of those. Oh, you're excited for both. Yeah. I'm actually, those 2 movies I'm really excited for, to be honest with you. I did see the Exorcist trailer. I don't think it looks great at all, but I'm excited and I love The Exorcist, but I'm intrigued to see what this guy does with it. So I'm gonna see that in the theater, no doubt. Eli Ross Thanksgiving. I mean, I've been waiting for that since I saw Grindhouse. I just haven't looked at the trailer yet, so I will do that tonight. Yeah, I do. It's a couple times. There was a show they were supposed to do. It was literally supposed to be a show because I had a client that I was training, personal training client that worked for WB, and he was like telling me that that was coming, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get you some promotional T-shirts when we get them," but then it just never amounted to anything. Dude, I was thinking about that the other day. Because I saw I had a yard sale the other day, and I had like a couple bins of DVDs I was trying to sell, and I was like putting things in there, and I picked up Desperado, and I was like, shit, when is this thing getting upgraded? I'm like, I might as well hang on to this until that comes out. Yeah, they promoted that a long, long time ago. Yeah, Monster Squad's killer. Monster Squad's killer. Oh, Corey Feldman doing kind of like the Stallone voice. Yeah, Exorcist believer, and is Maxine this year? I always keep saying that. I want to see Maxine. I want to see Thanksgiving. Again, I'm not really like, I don't dig deep into what's coming out, so there could be some cool stuff. I don't know offhand. Someone brings something up, I'll be like, oh yeah, yay and nay. All right, guys, I'm gonna rad figs. I'm gonna go into what I got first. I'm gonna go into my haul here first. Then I'll do the trailers at the end, okay? And then we'll call it because we're already a half hour in, and I've been just trying to catch up with the chat. So anyhow, I see you in there, Cody. Cody, Dude Loves Movies, go check him out. One half of the Rad Dudes. We had such a good reception of that Rad Dudes episode, guys. If you want your memories unlocked, if you grew up in the 90s and you want some nostalgia-based stuff, man, I think nostalgia is like such a powerful, powerful thing. When all of a sudden a memory unlocks in my brain that I thought I forgot, it feels like nothing else. It's like, oh my God, like I thought that was gone. I didn't even realize that was a thing. So Cody and I just did an episode talking about TGIF, which was that Friday sitcom special every Friday night. And people seem to love it. So, which makes us think that, you know, maybe some of these Rad Dudes episodes will be more nostalgia based. And we have some stuff in the works. So you're going to see us in October as well. So definitely go check him out. Okay. I see you, Wave. What's going on? All right. So I just have a stack. I mean, nothing's really super organized over here. And keep in mind, like some things were sent to me to watch. Some things I traded for some things. I bought some things. So there's a lot of things in here that I haven't even opened yet, nor seen. So just keep that in mind. All right. So the first one I've seen, I've actually even watched this edition. It looks fantastic. And that's the Hackers Steelbook from Shout Factory. Great movie, 90s. It's cool. I'm trying to think, mid 90s, right? 90, 95. So I did grab this. I think this is a real nice steelbook. Usually I don't do steelbooks from Scream Factory, Shout Factory, but this one I did. I also did the Red Dawn one. I think that they just look really good. But yeah, I was happy to get this because I didn't own that besides DVD. So to upgrade that, it was perfect. Okay. Now, the next two I did watch, and it's funny because this company to me is like give or take. Like if you have 5 of them, you might find one. I might find one that I really like. It's because I'm not a huge shot on video guy. I used to be back in like when I was really heavy into horror and I was more into like the gory stuff and all that stuff when I was in my early 20s. So I would have been more into this stuff then. I was buying like all the stuff from Intervision. I had August Underground stuff for a little bit. So, I was into a lot of that stuff where now not really. Um, but this one was okay, and I'll give it like a little bit more of a pass in a sense because it was a creature feature. So as much as it was shot on video, the quality was junk. It was a creature feature, and I liked those. So and that was a movie called The Abomination, and this was put out by Visual Vengeance. And I will say, for movies like this, shot on video movies or really low budget movies, I mean they give you a slip cover. It comes in this nice clear case. You get stickers and all this swag with it. So it's got a little mini comic book in here. So I mean, they do kind of give you the goods for this kind of movie here. So The Abomination, which is brand new from Visual Vengeance. And again, like I said, I did check this out. And again, it's not my cup of tea per se, but for the ones I have seen from Visual Vengeance, this is a pretty good one because, again, I like creature features. So that's always kind of a plus for me. Now, this is another one from Visual Vengeance, which, again, this reminded me more of like something I would have seen from Troma or Full Moon. And actually, let me see. I don't even know when this came out, like as far as like when this was made. I don't know. I don't know when Abomination was filmed. This just came out. But it's part of the Wild Eye releasing. Well, this one is Replicator. Now, it wasn't shot on video or anything like that. The quality was better than Abomination. This was wild though. I mean, it was wild. It was like a group of like, I don't know, scientists or whatever, and they were doing experiments and they could change men into women. So they were changing the soldiers into women. Then they were trying to go above and beyond and creating better soldiers. So then they started doing things where like the soldiers started to have like dinosaur heads and stuff like that. And it was bonkers. I mean, it was a low budget, but it's something you would have definitely seen from like a Full Moon or a Troma or something like that. But it was definitely off the wall. Now, obviously, with this cover, pretty wild, right? I don't know what the other cover looks like. This is a real cool cover too. Look at that artwork there. I mean, again, they put effort into their stuff, and it comes with all this swag again. Now you get stickers. You also get X-ray specs, which is cool. And it's got the logo Replicator on the side. Like, I like all that kind of stuff. You get a little mini poster in here. I do. I like all this extra little goodies that you pack in here. Trying to see if I can open up the poster. Yeah, you get a little mini poster in there. Again, do I recommend Replicator? If you like that kind of wild off the wall cheese, sure. I guess this is one of the Visual Vengeance ones that I are a little bit more into. Now, again, if you can even look at, it's hard to see on here. Yeah, you can't see it. It's really blurry. Sorry. But there's a cool image on the back of with the dinosaur alligator head, I guess you would say. It kind of is almost like a live action video game. That's what it feels like though, too. You'd love to see some stuff in my collection. All right, that's good to know. I'll go back and look at these comments because I did have to skip a couple. All right, this is another. It's not Visual Vengeance, but it's Wild Eye who puts these out, so it is going to be a little bit off the wall and bonkers. Feels like a Visual Vengeance title. I haven't opened it yet. I haven't even watched it yet. But man, Caddy Hack. Look at that. Sick. It says a struggling golf course suffers from a string of caddy murders at the paws of mutant gophers. While the owner tries to cover it up, the carnage, an unhinged groundskeeper wages out war on these. So it basically is like Caddyshack. It's just that they just kill the people, like the gophers do. Because it seems like it's the same plot. I haven't checked this out. I have no idea as far as the quality or anything like that. Let me see if I can see when this was filmed. This just came out, or else it's coming out. But it doesn't say when this movie was made. But This is Caddy Hack from Wild Eye Releasing. Oh, Ralphus, thank you, man. Thank you. So that makes more sense. It was shot in '86, and the same person, Brett McCormick. Let me just see. Yep, Brett McCormick film. You're right. Thank you. What's up, Cable Channel 11? What's up, American Calhoun? All right, we got 80 people in here. So if you're not subbed, sub down below. If you're not liking this stream, just like it. Hit that little like button. I don't know if it's easy to. Is it like a heart button, like button? Super chats are open. Memberships are open. This next one, though, I think everybody should have, or everybody should watch, because we lost this guy. We just lost this guy. He didn't get to see the new Exorcist, and that's William Friedkin. And this is a documentary, which, again, it's not open because I've already seen this, and I'm going to open it and probably watch it again, but I just haven't opened it yet. But, man, this is such a good documentary. And as far as I know, it's not on any of the new releases coming out. So it seems like this might be the only way to get it. But if you have Shudder, it's on there for free. Well, not for free, but if you have Shudder, you can watch it. But man, it's William Friedkin. Say what you want about him. I know some people have had problems with him. He's not the easiest person to get along with. But man, when you hear him talk, to me, he feels like a friggin' genius. Like, this guy feels like he loves film. He loves, and he was so passionate about his work, and just listen to him talk about these movies. And it's just like, man, this is a guy I would love to take direction from, to be honest. Good, bad. He's just seems like a go-getter. He seems like someone that just wants to do the best he can do. And hearing him talk, like I said, was just, he sounded very intelligent, put it that way. Sometimes when you hear people talk, it's kind of like, okay, cool. He sounded very knowledgeable, very intelligent. So I highly recommend getting Leap of Faith, if or at least watching it, because again, Exorcist being such a great movie, Friedkin just passing, it might be something that may become pretty valuable someday. But I highly recommend that. Haven't opened this yet, but I've seen the documentary. All right, this next one is from, what company is this? SRS30. You know, I'm a big Corey guy, right? So I had to pick up this 80s little gory Corey. Had to pick this thing out. I haven't seen this in forever. I saw this, man, maybe on VHS or something. I didn't even know this had a Blu-ray, and I kind of just came across it randomly. I don't know if someone posted it or whatever, but it's got this little guy on the back all hacked up, but it's signed by him, so it's signed. It's a signed copy. I haven't seen this in years, so I haven't gone and watched this version yet. But like I said, I've seen the movie in the past. But when I saw this had a Blu-ray, I was like, what the hell? This is a Blu-ray? And of course, Little Gory Corey. How can I not want that title? All right. Let's see. I don't think I showcased this at all, but this is the new Kids from Umbrella. Now, I was supposed to do a video on this a while back, but I haven't had a chance to rewatch this yet. I've seen this movie 100 times, but I haven't had a chance to watch this edition yet. It's the brand new one from Umbrella. It's got the slipcase. What I'm really excited about this is that it's also got a documentary in here, which I've never seen, called We Were Once Kids. And I'm excited to check that out, but this is long overdue for me to do a full review on. I just haven't had the chance to rewatch it yet, so I'm really slacking it behind on that, but hopefully I'll get that out soon. Because again, this was a movie that was actually something I watched a lot as a teen. So, Kids new from Umbrella. Oh, Brent Madison says it was good. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I haven't even seen it ever. Let me see. I got this Double Trouble with the Barbarian Brothers. This is new from Kino. I love this freaking stupid movie. I do. I have this on DVD. And this is just great. These guys actually lived near me. So they're from my area. So I used to see them at the gym and stuff, but this was when they were already old and they were done with movies and stuff and whatnot. And one of them recently passed away a couple of years ago. I don't know what happened to the other one, but it's just wild that this thing has um of Blu-ray. Like I'm just kind of shocked that this thing has a Blu-ray release. So I don't know what's going on. Does it feel like this seems blurry? I'm just trying to see if I can fix the settings on it. Let me see. I don't know. I just feel like the movie looks like it's a little blurry. But yeah, Double Trouble. I haven't rewatched it yet, but I've seen it many times. There's such some classic, memorable scenes in it. But I say for a fun time, 90s, you got the bodybuilders from the 90s, all jacked up, twin brothers. I mean, this is just, it screams 90s, and I'm just so happy that this has a release. All right. So let me see here. Okay, the next one. Sorry. I haven't opened it yet. I actually haven't owned this movie since DVD. I have not seen this movie actually since probably it came out in theaters, I believe. Let me try to see I don't even remember the year, but I do remember seeing this in theaters. 1999, and that is Sleepy Hollow. I haven't opened it yet, but I was so happy to get this because I haven't seen this in so long, and I only owned the first original DVD that came out. And I kept saying to myself, I want a better edition of Sleepy Hollow so I can go back and rewatch it. So when this was announced, I was like, perfect. Like, I'm gonna grab this thing. I'm gonna rewatch Sleepy Hollow for the first time in like forever. It probably since, I don't know. I may have watched it when it came out on DVD, but I'm talking like maybe in like, this is what year is this? 99? I probably haven't seen this movie then maybe since the early 2000s. So it's been forever, and I want to watch it this Halloween. So I'm happy to get this edition because it's a crazy edition. It's like a steel book. I haven't opened it. Maybe I'll do like a video on an unboxing or whatever, unwrapping, and talk more about this. Do a full review once I watch it again. But I hear the quality looks great, and it's a heavy son of a gun. This thing is, and it's got like a little book inside. So really cool edition on the Sleepy Hollow. If you guys didn't get that, it's the 4K that just came out. A good call, Dylan. I wasn't even thinking about it. So it doesn't close. So again, I haven't opened it to see how it works, but interesting. So it's weird because it's like a digibook steelbook. I don't know. That is interesting. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Matt. I know you're a big Friedkin guy, so yeah, I would love to hear some of his more stuff. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I would definitely, and I usually don't buy Kino's day one. I usually wait. Like, I'm so behind on Kino stuff right now. Like, I'm probably like 30 titles behind. But for some reason, when I saw that was released, I'm like, I gotta buy it, you know. But I definitely think it's one that you should pick up on the sale. Let me see. I want to get Sleepy Hollow Steelbook, but I had to get the It Follows release. I'll get a slip. I don't know. I don't like that movie. So is the Steelbook already sold out now? I don't know. This one, I don't really know anything about it, to be honest. This was sent to me to check out from Fortune Star. Is that who put this out? And this is The Postman Fights Back. It's a Ronnie Yu movie. So let me know if anybody's seen this. I'm going to try to see what year this came out. This came out in 82. So definitely cool. I mean, I'm interested in checking this out for sure. 88 Films, actually. That's who it says. 88 Films put it out. But yeah, it's got a different couple cuts on it. It's got 2 cuts of the film on here. So hopefully I can get to this soon because again, it's a martial arts movie. I love these movies. I just don't get a lot of them to watch. I'm excited because Last Dragon, I have that pre-ordered. I think that's coming out very soon as well. So Yeah, this is the Ronnie Yu film, The Postman Fights Back, and it's a Blu-ray. But it's unrated. I think I'm trying to think when this this must be coming out or it just came out. So if anybody's interested in that. All right. Another one I haven't checked out. And this is guys, let me know if you know anything about this. Horror movie, I believe. Let me see. So again, I was sent this one to check out. It's called Wrong Reasons. And it says executive producer Kevin Smith. It's a Blu-ray, Wrong Reasons. So this is coming out or it just came out. I don't know if you guys checked this out. Was this on some kind of streaming service or something first? Let me see. It says a masked man. Let me see. Sorry, the glare of the light. Kidnaps a drug-addicted punk singer. It triggers a police investigation headed to detective as well as a media circus from executive producer Kevin Smith. Master narrative feature debut from director Josh Roosh. And features an all-star supporting cast. It includes Teresa Ruiz, David Kocher, Keith Coogan. Oh, Keith Coogan's in this? But yeah, this is another one I have to check out. Had to check out. Wrong Reasons. It says DIY or die. So that's another one that I gotta check out soon. Gotta watch it. But it's new. It's new. So it's probably just coming out if anybody's interested in it. If they're a big Kevin Smith fan, definitely probably check that out. Now, this one I was sent from our buddy CK over at Dead Pit. We did a little trade ski, and he sent me an unopened lenticular slip Blu-ray of House by the Cemetery because I thought I owned this. And when they announced Arrow was doing like a 4K or Blu-ray or whatever they're doing, I was like, I'll just keep the one I have. I'm fine. I like the movie, but I'm like, I'll just keep the one I have. And then I looked and I was going to watch it and I was like, shoot, I don't have it. I only have it on DVD. So I messaged him and I said, are you going to pick up the 4K of House by the Cemetery? And he's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, you don't happen to have that nice Blu-ray, do you? And he goes, actually, I have it. I have one unopened. And I was like, all right, well, hey, I'll throw you a trade. And I traded him, what did I trade him? Oh, the Anchor Bay Wicker Man wood box set. Because he's been wanting it. And I had an extra one of those. So we made a little trade. And I got this House by the Cemetery lenticular. And I didn't have this on HD. So I've only ever watched it on standard def. So I'm excited to check that one out again. Because again, I like the movie, but there's so much stuff that I'm buying that I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to not get the new Arrow one. And this one should be fine. Let me see. Rat Hammer asks, if I seen The Unborn 2 from 94, hilarious movie. I don't recall it, but a part of me feels like I own it on DVD. Was it? It wasn't part of like a Corman collection or anything, was it? Or is that The Unborn? Maybe I'm thinking of. I'll have to look it up. I don't know. I don't recall what it's about or anything like that, but the name sounds familiar. I definitely have The Unborn. I don't know if I have part 2. Yeah, they were nice additions for sure. They were nice additions. All right, the next couple, I don't know if I did an unboxing of this. I may have in like middle of the day or something like that. But I bought a bunch of stuff from Culture Shock that was on sale on Vinegar Syndrome, so I'll go through it quick. American Scream. I haven't had a chance to watch any of these yet. Devil Rider. Maybe I watched this one. Mind, Body, Soul. I may have watched this one. Let me see. Yeah, I think I did watch this one. I don't. Streets Death and Game of Survival. Let me know, guys, if you're a fan of any of the ones I just showed. I think I watched Mind, Body, Soul, but I can't remember. Hmm. But yeah, I got these from the Culture Shock sale. They're leaving the Vinegar Syndrome, so a lot of this stuff was on almost like a clearance sale with slip covers. So I grabbed them before they went out of print. And this is the one. What's up, John Doe? This is the one that I was saying. I knew I ordered it, but like everybody got theirs before me, and I literally just got this in the mail last week. And I'm like, what the heck? So I'm glad I didn't rebuy it, thinking I forgot. And that's the Changeling set from Second Sight. So I'm excited to watch this again this Halloween. I love this movie. And I actually do have like a nice Severin. I got their first Blu-ray that they came out with like that like foily slip. So if anybody's like a Changeling fan but doesn't really want to upgrade this or whatever and they're looking for that, I mean, I'm willing to part with my old Severin one. So just hit me up on Instagram if anybody, we can do a trade, or if you just want to buy it up. I mean, I probably watched it once. Um but yeah, I'm excited to watch this again this Halloween because it's been a couple years since I've watched the Changeling, probably since I got that Blu-ray, to be honest. But Second Sight just does such a great addition. These hard boxes. Again, that's why I can't wait to get my It Follows. It should probably be here tomorrow. It's got the book inside, but yeah, very, very good. I love what Second Sight's doing, and I'm excited to have that. And the next one I haven't opened yet. I haven't watched it yet, actually, either. And that's Infinity Pool. I've heard mixed things about this. People are saying I won't like it. People are saying I will like it. I will say I'm a fan of Mia Goth, so that was like the big reason why I bought this. Because I do love her performances, in X and Pearl and everything else I've seen her in. So I really wanted to see how she was doing another role in this kind of genre. But people I know, like Justin, loves it, and he's like, I don't know if you'll like it. So it might be an interesting watch for sure. All right, this next one I checked out. It's pretty good. New from Cauldron, Frankenstein 80. I had never seen this before, but it was decent. I'm gonna say I wasn't blown away by it, but it was a fun watch. This must be something new that's coming out from them, but this is a new title from Cauldron, Frankenstein 80. So again, if you're into this kind of stuff, this came out in, I think it's gotta be in, yeah, 72 this came out. So I did check it out. It's got alternate art. Um Again, like I said, pretty cool movie. I didn't know this. I thought maybe I owned the DVD, but I looked and I didn't. Um but yeah, that's a new Cauldron title. Let me see. People saying they liked Infinity Pool. Um Cronenberg Jr. Yeah, Justin was saying today he really liked Crimes of Passion. Is that what it's called? No, Crimes of what's the other Cronenberg one? He was saying he loved it. I haven't seen it. I didn't buy it either. If you guys have been following the channel, you know that I just did a review on both Ghoulies movies. So I did a full review on these. I watched them. I think they're both fantastic. This 4K Ghoulies looks incredible. I would highly recommend, if you're a Ghoulies fan, snag that 4K. I've never seen it look so good. This one I haven't seen. I picked it up. Maybe I saw, I don't know, Brian. Maybe me and you talked about it, and maybe that's why I bought it. It's called Mystery Date. I don't know why I bought this. I have no idea why. Somebody told me to buy this. Somebody said, "You know what you would really like? Mystery Date." And I said, "Okay." And I looked online. I think it was cheap on Amazon, so I bought it. I've never watched it. So if anybody out there is the person who recommended Mystery Date to me, let me know, because I really don't remember who did, but I know someone did, because I wouldn't have bought it otherwise. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, Crimes of the Future. Yeah, and you know what? I haven't seen Possessor either. Everybody says that's good. I have not seen it. There was one movie I watched with that he did that kind of turned me off, and that's why I didn't jump on like Possessor. Didn't he do a movie with like what's his name? The dude from Twilight. And I just remember it being like that dude in like a limo driving around for like the whole movie, and I was like, this sucks. And then I remember like just getting away from everything that guy touched. Um, I ended up like selling it. I think I bought it and then I sold it or traded it in or something, because I was like, this is terrible. and then I never went back and bought and got into any of his other stuff. Um, what was it? Okay, let me see. The mystery day looks like it does look like a Brian title. It does look like a Brian title. I think he might have told me to buy that. Um, oh, Cosmopolitan was that David Cronenberg that did that? I don't know, but that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Ah, okay. That's so it was you. I knew it. I knew it. And that was a cool documentary, man. There's a documentary that Matt sent me called "Where the Toys Came From," where the toys come from. It was wacky, man. It was wacky, but it was cool. I really dig that kind of weird shit. Um, I've gotta get Possessor. I keep hearing great things about that. All right, I think I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done. Um, I'm gonna do a review on this. I've been meaning of doing one with Dead Pit on this, so we're gonna do like a simulcast review. So that's why I haven't done it. But I don't want to talk too much about this. But I'm gonna say this overall is such a great release. I mean, this cover is awesome. Look at that artwork, fantastic. You got a book inside. You've got 4K inside, and the one thing I will say is I don't know. They can say what they want, but I guarantee they did this because of the big flop and mishap with Four Flies. Because look at the spine. Look at this. This is the box. This is what Four Flies should have came in. When you look at that on the site, this is what it looks like. It's like this. It's got that thick spine. That this was supposed to be what Four Flies came with. I don't care if they're like, oh, we don't. Who cares about slip box, slip cover, slip case? It's all the same. Now, dude, they screwed up. They know they screwed up, so they're trying to save their ass with this now. I didn't look at the site to see like what they're calling this kind of case, but I think they called slip case when they released the Four Flies, but it was actually just a slip cover. So I don't know what their verbiage was on this and like what makes this different. But when you look on the site, this thick box is just about as thick as Four Flies was. But all I can say is this came out great. I wish they did more editions like this because it's a really really nice addition. Um, but I don't want to get into my thoughts of this movie or this transfer or anything like that. But you're gonna get it soon on this channel. So keep your eyes peeled. That's coming. And I think I'm gonna probably do it with Dead Pit. And if we can't find a time to do it, I'll just do it alone. And they'll do their own as well because they've got it too. So but I don't know if this is sold out now. This slip cover might be slip case, slip box, whatever it is. Um, but yeah, but these are. I mean, it's hard enough. I mean, it's harder than their normal slip covers. Um, yeah, it did. It sucked. It was like in a limo the whole time. The whole time. Antanas. So it's kind of not Maniac 2. So Severin does this gimmick where they just make up sequels or maybe people refer to them as a sequels. They make like fancy slipcovers for them. They've done it in the past. They've gotten in trouble for it. But they did this one, and I do collect those kind of faux slipcovers editions. I think it's kind of just neat. But I guess you could call it Maniac 2 per se, but it's not really. It's called The Last Horror Film. But I mean, it's as close as you're gonna get. I mean, Joe Spinell's the main character. The character is not far off as the character he plays in Maniac. So yeah, but I mean, they look great sitting next to each other on the shelf. That's for sure. Um, let me see. No, the Four Flies cover's fine. The problem is they advertised it as a big, nice edition like this, and they delivered it in a regular old slipcover edition. I mean, it wasn't even like I'm looking at this Blue Underground House by the Seven. It wasn't even that thick, and that's less than this. It wasn't even that thick. And if you look at the website, I think even still it looks thicker than the rest. Yeah, yeah, I'll talk about it for sure. I'll give you my thoughts on it. What's up, Anthony? Anthony's the man. Anthony's the man. Um, meh, yeah, you're not a big fan of the last horror film, huh? What was the fake slipcover title for Popcorn? Skinner? Not they don't do fake slipcovers on all their releases, it's just some, like, I have a fake Terminator 2, I've got Jaws 4, I've got shoot, what are the other ones? I've got all of them basically, I've got all of them except I don't have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one. That's the only one I need, but to try to get them is hard, they're expensive. Um, do I think they should have recast Infomaniac 2 instead of canceling? I don't know much about that story. Was that what happened? Yeah, there's a Synapse Steelbook for Popcorn, I have that, yeah. Oh, yeah, I do have Evil Dead 5, that's the other one I have, yeah. Thanks. And then, the other stuff I've got is I've already done a little review on it. You guys know I got I did get Night of the Comet on 4K. I love this movie. Looks good. Looks great. The outside stuff looks fantastic like most 4Ks do. But this one, again, I'm not upgrading everything from Scream Factory just because I have all the collector's editions. Some I don't now because I'm selling some off, like once nicer editions come out or something. But this was put up by mistake at like a real low price, like 14 bucks with poster and all this other stuff. So I jumped on it. And maybe Brian's actually the one who maybe told me about it again. Brian keeps telling me things. I just listen to Brian. Everything Brian tells me to do, I just do it. And I think he might have told me like, "Hey, they just threw up Night of the Comet and it's mispriced." And I jumped on it. I probably wouldn't have bought this otherwise. Um I love the movie, but again, I have a nice edition that they did. The only difference is the edition I have was a very early Scream Factory edition, so maybe this upgrade was going to be a lot nicer and whatnot. But I got it for 14 bucks, and they kept their word. They didn't cancel my order. They didn't charge me more. Maybe not a lot of people caught on to it, but I got it for that cheap price, which was nice because otherwise I probably wouldn't have got it at least right away. But yeah, another comment. Great movie. If anybody hasn't seen that out there and you don't own this, this just came out, I think maybe today from Scream Factory. So I recommend you guys going to pick that up for sure. For sure. And then I've got what have I got here? I got all these Chuckies. I did a review on them, or I did an unboxing on them. I've only watched Seed and Bride, and they both look good. They both look good. Actually, I think Seed looks great. I thought Seed looked really, really, really good, but I haven't watched the other two yet. And then, yeah, it was Brian. It was Brian. That's funny. All right, and the last one I got, I know someone brought it up earlier. I got Impulse with William Shatner. I didn't watch this yet, but I did showcase this in my last video. And I wanted to showcase it again because I haven't gone and watched it yet, but somebody was asking me about things that it came with, like, "Oh, did you get a signed version?" I'm like, "No, I didn't." Well, when the stream was over, I went over to this desk where I pulled this from, and there was an envelope laying on the table, Grindhouse releasing, and I opened it up, and sure enough, it came with a signed picture of, I guess it's the director, and yeah, director. So I did get a signed thing. I don't know if that it was limited to 2,000. I didn't think I did because it wasn't in the box. It was kind of like off by it must have came by itself. And then it's also got a postcard inside as well, Shatner. So I just stuck it right inside here, which I don't know why it wasn't on there, but yeah. So I said I didn't have it, but I did have it. But I heard good things about this. Let me know if you guys like Impulse. This is one I really want to check out soon because I like some of the stuff I'm finding with Grindhouse releasing. I really liked I loved Knock Knock, and I hadn't seen the original for what that was made from, Deadly Games or whatever, and I thought that was a great one. So yeah, big Night of the Comet fan. Do I have an OnlyFans? No, not currently. Why? I mean, is it a possibility in the in the future? Uh, be a channel member first, and then we'll go from there. Um, I should frame that, huh? I should put it right in. I have like all these smaller pictures, like going down my stairs or whatever. I should just throw him right in there. Yeah, I will. I'll do a review after I do Impulse. I will because I did one for Deadly Games. I'll do it. Um, but yeah, that was my recent haul. So that's so far this month in like August, September ish. Like I said, I'm still waiting on It Follows in May. But yeah, it's just so much that's coming out. It's so hard to keep up. I've got stuff on pre-order. I mean, it's wild. Like sometimes Vinegar Syndrome packages show up, and I'm like, I have no recollection of what I purchased in here. But yeah, what I'm gonna do now, and my headphones died, so I'm gonna have to throw another pair on. But I'm gonna put him on this. I have a screen over here. I'm not gonna put the trailers up on the screen just because I don't know if that's gonna ding me on copyright or not. So what I'll do, if you guys have watched it, we can watch along together. We can press play and do it. If you've already watched the trailers for Thanksgiving and for Pet Cemetery, I'll just tell you my thoughts on it, and then I'll get back to the chat. But I'm gonna look up Pet Thanksgiving right now. So if you guys are at your computer and you go to another screen, we're gonna type in Thanksgiving trailer. Now I loved the Grindhouse trailer; like it was my favorite of all of them. Um, so I'm curious to see how this one goes. My only concern is that it they modernized it, and I have a feeling based on the poster that they did, but I'm curious to see. I mean, they may have taken like the aesthetic of the '70s out, but I don't know if it's too modern. That's where I'm a little bit nervous. But I get it. He probably had to do what he needed to do to get this thing made. Um, but let's see. All right, I'm putting it on now. There's a little ad going on. All right, I'll get to you guys in a minute. All right, here we go. It says Thanksgiving teaser starts now. There will be no leftovers. Got the turkey. That's cool. It's got the okay. This looks. It looks. It's not gritty, but it looks the old. Yeah, it looks like it's taking place in like the '70s or '80s. I think. I got the trampoline scene. Okay. Oh, it's a short little teaser. Okay, so it wasn't long. All right. Am I excited for it? Yes. Am I going to see it? Yes. Do I think it's cool that we have a horror movie on Thanksgiving? Yes. Is it cool that there's a new slasher that's a pilgrim style? Yes. I do think that the grittiness of the grindhouse look that we got in that original trailer is kind of it's missed. I would say. I really like that. I think that that was needed. This just seems to me like it's hard to say. I couldn't tell if it was in the '70s or '80s because the way that they were dressed. Like some were dressed kind of old school. They had like a parade. Looked like they were in Plymouth, where that town was, where the parade was. That looked kind of retro. Um, I hope it is. I hope it does take place back then, not modern day. That's just what I'm hoping. But I'm excited for it. I really am. I mean, I haven't seen Eli Roth do some stuff in a while, so I'm excited for it. And speaking of Eli Roth, today, or maybe not today right now because it's probably the day after, but we just had and this is wild to me, the 20th anniversary of Cabin Fever, which is wild to think about. And I don't care. People can shit on Cabin Fever. I love Cabin Fever. I always have. Um, I just always thought it was fun. I mean, I haven't watched it in a couple years. I know a lot of it now probably is a little bit silly. But I thought for what it was fun. It was gory. Had some music from Last House on the Left. I can always appreciate that. Uh, so yeah, it's crazy to think 20 years ago. Like, where does the damn time fly? Yeah, I agree, Brad. I think that ag- again, this is something that everybody wanted. That at this point in time, I thought for sure it was never going to get made. So I am stoked for it for sure. I just do think that the trailer missed a little bit, like the grittiness kind of was the grindhouse look was missed. I know that wouldn't probably fly nowadays. Like I'm sure he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make it and it looks like this." Probably gonna be like, yeah, right. But I'm trusting him to do this right. And I'm not a big hater of Eli Roth like a lot of people. When I really break down Eli Roth's stuff, like it's not all bad. Like as much as I might not be, and a lot of people aren't hostile people. I mean, that was a pretty good movie back in the day. And like, Sacrifice that he did with Ty West, I love that. I mean, Last Exorcism is not a bad movie either. Trying to think of what else off the top of my head. I like Cabin Fever, Eli Roth. Um, There was a couple he did that I own, like, there was one that they were in another country and they were, like, partying. I don't remember it, but I don't remember it, like, sticking with me. Um, Terrifier 3, I'm excited, sure. Sure, I mean, I'm not the biggest Terrifier, like, mark out there. I didn't like the first one at all. Second one I liked. Um, Third one, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm excited, I'll see it," you know? I agree, man, I would love that. I would love that. Um, I was actually a big fan back in the day of, El Super Beasto when that first came out, and I was all excited because they had little characters like the Nazi werewolves and stuff in that from that trailer, and I was like, "That's awesome." But yeah, I would love to get that movie, but maybe if Thanksgiving does really well, maybe Rob Zombie might do this as his next movie. I mean, Jesus, he needs to do something like that, after the Monsters fiasco. Um, what's up, Ela? My man Ela. Um, am I excited for the Disney Legacy box at 1,500? Psst, hell no. Unreal. Think about that. That was like that honestly, that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I don't think there's any new features. You go to my Best Buy, there's like walls and walls of steelbooks, Disney 4Ks that aren't selling of like 50 titles. It's like, well, why? They just released those. Now they're going to do this big thing and charge 1,500. That set to me is probably a $500 set. And I don't even like the way they're packaged. Like with sleeves like that, that's junk. Ah, that's terrible. Terrible. Psh, that's what I say now. It's my new thing. Psst. That's what I said today when I was at Walmart and I was shopping and I saw all those new like slip covers and steel books that they threw on all these horror movies that we all own. I went, "Psst, unreal. Not buying any of those. Not buying any of those. Come on now. I already own them." Um, I don't know if they're gonna let him do it. Uh, I agree. I agree. It did. It did. Hobo with a Shotgun was done really well. All right, let's do what am I doing? Pet Cemetery. Pet Cemetery. I love Pet Cemetery. The remake, not so much. I didn't think it was god awful, but I didn't really care for it much. I do, however, love the original. So let's see this thing here. All right. Pet Cemetery Bloodlines. Paramount. Is this going to be a streaming movie? It's going to be a streaming movie? Let's check it. Is it Dog? Paramount Plus. Is this gonna be in that damn Paramount set too? Is that the mystery title? This thing? So is this a prequel? What is this supposed to be? David Duchovny's in this? Timmy! What's the wallflowers and shit? Sunflowers. It's like Texas Chainsaw. Henry Thomas, dude? We were just talking about him on Mass Zahara. I mean, I mean, nah. I mean, it just to me, like a trailer like that, it's like same old shit. Say, I just feel like this is you could have slapped any title on this trailer and showed it to me. You know, will I watch it on streaming? Sure, I'll watch it on streaming. Do I think this is gonna blow me away? No. It was just the trailer is just very plain, just like kind of generic. There was nothing about it that felt different. There was nothing about it that felt innovative. There was nothing about it that felt unique. I don't know. A part of me wonders why it's on Paramount Plus. Like, is it just did they not think it was good enough for the theaters? I don't know. Um, exactly. I mean, it's definitely a cash in on the name. Um, so I'm wondering if this is the because you got to remember that Paramount Scares is that new line they're going to work on, which they're putting out these random box sets of just like there's some of their titles, and there's one mystery title. Now, originally people were like, well, it's going to be either the Orphan or the Ring. Well, for me, I'm thinking to myself, why would those be mystery titles? You're gonna just be like, surprise, it's the Orphan first kill. That's not exciting. Like, you figure a mystery title has to be something that people are gonna be like, oh shit, like maybe I need to buy this now. So part of me is like, would they put something like this in that set? Like, if you want this on physical media, you gotta buy this set. If they were smart from a business standpoint, they would. Um, Same thing with Hellraiser. Maybe they throw the new Hellraiser in there. I don't know. But I'm thinking that mystery title has to be something different. Has to be something that maybe doesn't have a Blu-ray or 4K yet. Maybe one of these titles that they own that doesn't have a physical media release. That would only make sense to me. So we'll see. But again, this trailer, am I like, I've got to watch this? No, no. I'll watch it with open mind, but I mean, if this was in the theater, I would not go to see it. I would wait. Going to the theater for me is something I don't have a lot of time to do, so it has to be something special for me to get out and do it. This wouldn't be one, but I will check it out when it comes out on streaming. I have not. It's true. Oh my god. I mean, it's crazy. Um, I think mystery titles will be more common if they do it right. Yes, of course. I mean, you've got so much stuff out there that if they do it right, I think it would pay off. Like if they want to get this new Paramount Scares set to sell, they better throw something in there like this because it may be cool in theory, but all these movies that they're putting out, they've already done it. Like, I mean, they just released Smile, I think today, right? Didn't the 4K of Smile just come out today? That you can get on Steelbook or 4K. And then what? In a month, they're going to release it again in a box. See, like they need something to pull these people to buy this line. So I'm thinking that this probably will be the title if it all matches up timeline wise. I don't know. I didn't even see when it's coming out, so maybe it doesn't even match up. Maybe the box set's going to come out before. I don't know, but I'm thinking they need to do some of this stuff where you get it in mystery titles. I'm thinking. Um, Let me see. The mystery title is the first time in 4K. Oh, okay. It's a blood fest and rated R per Paramount. Now it's not. Hmm, I don't see. I don't know all of Paramount stuff off the top of my head. Um, so I don't know. Imagine would Sweeney Todd be enough meat to on the bone for you to spend the 100 something bucks? Again, I will give him credit. The set is not too pricey. For the movies you're getting for 100 bucks, it's actually a very good price. The problem is that they're just putting out something that most people all have. That's my only issue. And the thing about these box sets is that they're just very random. Like you've got a set of 5 movies that have no connection at all except for the label, right? So that's a little bit awkward for me, a little bit weird. You're gonna have them all in a box, just a sporadic box. Will I buy this set? I wanna say no because I think, most of it that's in there. I don't remember. I own Smile, which I hated, by the way. I bought it on a blind buy and did not like it. Um, Pet Cemetery I have in 4K. I don't remember what else is in the box now, but I don't want it, but a part of me thinks I'm gonna buy it with the idea of that someday it could be something of value, either to maybe the line failed and this was the only time they ever did it. Maybe this thing sells out and people are after it. That might be my only reason to buy it. And as weird as it is I think having that limited exclusive Fangoria magazine in there is a huge win. But I'm also hearing rumors that Fangoria magazine is going to be like a mini version of a Fangoria magazine. And I'm telling you right now, if I buy this thing and that comes and that Phantasm magazine is this big, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. If that's not a full size issue, I don't care about how many pages, full size, where it's exactly if you put it side by side with any of their issues, it's the same size. Um, that's got a little bit of meat on the bone. Not $100 worth, but when you take everything into perspective, um, it's a new horror line starting. I'm curious about it. Will it last? Will it fail? Will it sell out? I don't know these things. So a part of me, like I've got my eye on it. It's in my Amazon cart right now. I'm watching it. Um, I haven't made any decisions yet, but I'm curious to find out what that mystery title is. So yeah. I'm gonna go back to the chat. I don't think there's a strategy except they looked and they said, "Oh, we have these and they're horror." True, true. I don't think it's gonna be if they throw a random Jason movie in there, man, oh, that's not good. You know what? I have Crawl on Blu-ray and it's still sealed. I got it on Black Friday and I have not seen it. So therefore I can't there's nothing I can say about that one. That's my issue right now. That is my issue right now. And again, do I fall victim to that sometimes? Sure, I do. But I'm trying my best to not do that anymore or as much. Um, like again, everybody's going nuts about all these Walmart slipcovers, all these Walmart steelbooks. I'm not gonna get any of that stuff. There's not enough meat on the bone for me to do that. A piece of cardboard, and when you pull it off, it's the same disc we already have. I'm not doing that. Steelbook, it's nice. I personally don't think that those steelbook images are nice. I personally don't think for a horror movie, it just looks too. I don't know. I don't like the way it looks. It doesn't feel horror. It feels like circus or something. So I'm not gonna buy any of those because I've got them all. I will say the slipcovers that they just recently came out with, like, the faces on them, those are pretty nice looking. But again, once the cardboard comes off, whatever's underneath, I already own that. I think the only one I didn't own was, like, that Boo Madea one, which I don't want. So for me personally, like, I'm not upgrading or double dipping or triple dipping on any of that Walmart stuff. Um, but this Scares set, it will be some upgrades for me. Like, I have Rosemary's Baby on Blu-ray from Criterion. It'd be an easy way for me to get the 4K. I mean, there's some reasons why I get it. More or less, it's like curiosity. Will it be valuable someday? Will it fail and that be the only one that ever gets made? I mean, I'm looking at it from more of a collecting standpoint, which I know a lot of people don't think about things that way, which you shouldn't. If you just want the movie, you want the movie. It's no big deal. Um, it would be cool. What is Jacob's Ladder must have something, right? I think I have a Blu-ray of that, right? I agree, Dylan, but does anybody know anything about that magazine? Have they put in dimensions or anything? I already bought it. I already got it. I already ordered it. I was telling Justin today, I'm like, I cannot go online and leave my house without dropping $100. Seriously, at least. Like, it's wild. And then today, I'm like working all day. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna eat dinner and just chill out, not buy anything. And then this damn hand comes out. Justin messages me about it. I see it. I buy it. And I write back and I said, okay, well, I'm working all day and I've spent over $100 today. It just never fails. It never fails. And it can be on anything. I could be talking about gas, groceries, oil bill, oil change. It could be anything. But I always just feel like as soon as I leave my house and go somewhere or I turn on my computer, it's $100 out at least. Um, yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about. A baby book. I don't want that. It's just buy the damn set. Uh, Let me see. There will be more of them, then you'll want one eventually. Let me like, son of a bitch, you know how to try to you know the FOMO's real, man. I'm doing my best to try to be strong on these things and holding my ground and speaking the truth. But again, from a collector standpoint, this may be something I'll jump on because it's number one. It's the first. It's something new. I'm sure all those people wish that they got on like the first Scream Factory sets that came with the little hat and all that other stuff. And luckily, I was one that was able to. But the people that started collecting later probably look back and be like, "Oh, I wish I was there from day one." And that's kind of the reason why I'm like, you know what? I probably will pull the trigger. I'll sell my Smile 4K. I've only watched it once. It's got a slip cover. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there that'll take it, or I'll trade it in to a store. To be honest, I would love it if it was The Ruins. It's not a gore fest. There's an uncut version, but I love The Ruins. I really do. I think that's a very underrated movie, and I only own it on DVD. I know it does have a Blu-ray. I just don't own it on Blu-ray. What? Think about that. If that is so ridiculous to me. Did they say that? Sup, stuntman? Mock, my boy. Uh, kind of. I don't not like it, but I'm just hoping for something different. Carl's and bad. CJ Gator's a little rough here and there. Okay, yeah, I haven't checked that out. I mean, again, if you do not own these editions, then have at it. Go nuts. It's an easy way to get it. But again, every one of those steel books that they just came out with, if I open it and look at the disc, it's the same disc I have already. That's right. Do I have the imprint one? I know I had the Blu-ray because it was blue. The cover was like a weird image. I don't know if I upgraded the imprint one. Is that what you can do with it? I saw the hole in the top and I was reading it. It said you can stick incense sticks in there. Is that just kind of like let's say that? Um, Interesting. I agree. I agree. I agree with that for sure. I didn't. Hopefully it's still for pre-order. That's another one I gotta buy. I gotta get it. But man, it's just everything is so expensive. You know, that's like a couple $100. I want it though. I do. I do want it. I hope it's not gone. I'm gonna try to get it soon. I did. I didn't order Universal Monsters. I ordered Hellraiser. I have a really nice Universal Monsters set. You can kind of see it over my shoulder right there. It's like a big coffin. I like that set a lot, but obviously, with this going to be upgrades to 4K and stuff. Do I think the Universal Monsters need it? I don't know. I mean, I've never really watched a black and white movie in 4K, so maybe it looks fantastic. I don't know. Um, yeah, man, it is. It is one. If you guys want to chip in, you can. I'll buy that Chucky head. Um, oh, it does say full size. Okay, well that's a little bit um of a relief. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Got a bunch of stuff back there. But guys, I've been on here an hour and 30. It's very late where I am. I've been up since 3:45 in the morning, so almost 24 hours. Hopefully I don't look so tired. I'm sure Wes will message me tomorrow and tell me how tired I looked on the stream. Hopefully I was able to keep you guys entertained. I showed you everything I picked up. We went through those trailers. Again, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of these trailers? Maybe you haven't watched them yet. Let me know. What do you think of Thanksgiving? What do you think of Pet Cemetery? I want to know. I'll go through the live chat and just kind of read the stuff I didn't get to when we're done. And guys, I appreciate you so much coming to hang out with me tonight. As always, I appreciate the support. Trying to do the best I can over here with the time I have. Like I said, tomorrow, keep your eyes open. I promise. Anchor Bay Archives episode 2 will be out tomorrow. And I'm trying to think what else I have. I know Dead Pit and I are going to do a simulcast talking about the new Maniac 2. So keep your eyes out for that. And there's a lot more coming. We got a lot of stuff planned for October. Um, Rad Pack stuff's coming back. And guys, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And let me know in the comments section what you think about the stuff I just showcased. What am I missing? What do you recommend? And let me know what you think about those trailers. All right, guys, until next time, this is Garrett at Born to be Rad. And like always, stay